In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get qualified leads from Google Ads. Now, what I mean by that is that it's great getting leads. We can get 100 leads a day or 1,000 leads a day. But what I'm talking about now is how to get quality and qualified leads from Google Ads. So before I do start, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications button so that when I do create new content, you'll be the first to know. And if you've got any comments in terms of what strategies you use in order to improve the quality of the leads that you get, put it in the comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Use targeted ad copy. So what I mean by that is make sure that your ad copy reflects exactly what the user might be searching for. Now, with ad copy, you've got to take into account that this is the first thing that people will see when they decide whether they're going to click on your ad or whether they're not going to click on your ad. So not only is it important to have a high number of clicks, in other words, that you're trying to get everyone to click on your ad to visit your website, but it's equally as important to disqualify your audiences so that if, for example, if your product or service retails at $100, you might want to put that in your ad, because what it'll do is that if somebody was expecting only to pay $50, they are not likely to then click on your ad because your product or service retails for $100. So that's one great way to disqualify your audiences. Keywords. So firstly, make sure that you also use a combination long tail keywords. So if you're in the real estate agency, as opposed to just putting estate agency, you want to use words such as 5-bedroom house in London, for example. So what you're doing is that the quality of the clicks that you're getting is going to be very high, even though the volume is going to be very low. Also, make sure that you've broken your keywords down into research intent and buying intent. So make sure most of your keywords are buying intent, so people aren't just researching. In other words, they're trying to find out how to do something. You've got audiences whereby you've got keywords whereby people are ready to buy your products or services. Also, the same subject as keywords, it's important to really go to town on your negative keywords. So keep an eye on your negative keywords on a regular basis to make sure we're not paying for clicks whereby the click is not going to be relevant to us or we don't supply that product or service. Short form versus long forms. So, the tendency always is to create a short form. For example, just your name, email, phone number, and message. But one way to improve the quality of the conversions that you're going to get is by adding a few extra fields. So then you know that if people have made the effort to fill those fields in, then even though less people fill them in, they're going to be more serious buyers. So if you have got some more fields that you might want to find out a bit more information. For example, if you're in the business of hiring out limousines, so rather than just asking, hey, what's your name, address, phone number, you could say, where do you want to be picked up from? What date do you want to be picked up from? Right? What's your destination, or what's the occasion? As a result of that, the quality of the leads you're going to get are going to increase substantially. Use audiences and demographics. So in Google Ads, you can define your audiences. Again, if you're a letting agency or real estate agency, depending what part of the world you live in, you could have an audience set up so that you're targeting your ads at people who may be homeowners or even home renters. So there's a whole host of audiences that you can set up within Google Ads. So make sure you choose the right audiences as well as demographics. So you can tell Google that, hey, I don't want to attract people who are, say, 18 to 24, but I want to attract people who might be 24 to 36 or 35 or whatever, right? So as a result of that, your ads are being shown to a much more higher quality audience rather than everyone who might be searching for those keywords. Use targeted landing pages. So what I mean by that is that if somebody has searched for your product or service, make sure that you take them to a page which is highly relevant to what they've searched for. So this page must give all the information that you feel that the user will want to know about, from starting from the very first title to the copy, to the copy on the actual page, images, videos, as well as, more importantly, the call to action. That what is it that you want people to do when they've ended on your landing page? Is it that you want them to fill in a form, or you want to buy a product, or you want them to download something? So make sure you've got your call to action very clearly defined. Don't make the assumption that people are going to go to the top of the page and fill in your and click on the contact us button, because they don't, right? So when they're looking at a page, they scroll down, they need that call to action there, so in order to prompt them to take action. Adjust your location settings. So if you've got data, so if you've implemented your campaigns with Google Analytics and so on, you might have data showing where your audiences are coming from, or you might be getting inquiries from all over the world, or the whole of your country, but where are majority of your actual sales and conversions coming from? So what you can do then is start saying, hey, rather than targeting the whole country or the whole county, let me target a specific area, because I know that the quality of my audiences or the leads I'm going to get is going to be far higher, because that's where my audiences hang out. So if you've got a product or service which is expensive, and people who the only people who are going to buy it are people who have got a lot of disposable income, now think about the locations within wherever you are that you can target your ads to. So rather than targeting everywhere, you're going to target it to the more sort of affluent type of areas. Search terms. So I spoke about keywords earlier, but equally it's important to remember about your search terms, so then you can keep an eye on not only what keywords you've supplied to Google, but what search terms are being used to trigger your ads in the first place. So by doing so, you can then revise your Google Ads account to either include those search terms as your keywords, or even make some of those search terms into negative, which means that again, you get your higher quality of leads to your website or whatever your landing page is. So I hope you found that useful, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notifications button, so that when I do create new content, you'll be the first to know. Also, I'd really love to hear from you in terms of what actions do you take in order to improve the quality of the leads and the sales that you're generating through your business. At the same time, so anyway, comment below. Download my guide. It's a great guide, and it tells you a lot about how to create a Google Ads account right from day one. It's full of packed out good quality information. Download it, and I'm sure you'll find it really useful. There'll be a link somewhere above or below this video, or go to ppcebook.com and you can download it directly from there. Take care, guys, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.